Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mindfulness from Within. I am Caitlin.
Hi, good morning. I'm Kamlu Gulrajani.
And we are getting started with this morning's program.
Okay, welcome everybody. We are going to start with meditation, but first I want to let you know what meditation is. It is a healing process. It comes from the Latin word medere, which means to heal. And going through the meditation process, it will help you to heal from inside. And it is a way of introspection, because usually what happens is when we are looking out, we look out and we compare ourselves to others. For example, you see a big, bright, shiny car in the garage of your neighbor, and all of a sudden, you feel, oh, I wish I had that, or when can I have that? So that makes you feel like you're not good enough, or you could do better, and so that can pull you down, because you are looking at the outside world and then you're comparing that with yourself. But if you go inside, which is the inner world, then you see what all values you have, qualities you have, which you can figure out what qualities are you have strengthened and what is your weak point, and then you can compare yourself with yourself and try to improve upon your own skills, rather than comparing with somebody else is a good singer, I wish I could sing well and all that. Everybody has a speciality. So we are all valuable souls. And the soul is different from the body. The body is a physical body, but inside the body, there is a point of light. It is a subtle point of light sitting in the middle of the forehead. And if you visualize that, you are a divine soul sitting in the middle of the forehead, which is driving the body. Through the soul, you are seeing outside with your eyes, you are speaking with your mouth, and all the bodily functions and actions are conducted with the body with the help of the soul. So you visualize that you are a soul, not the body. It's just like graphite in a pencil. A pencil is of no use without the graphite in it. A flashlight is of no use without the batteries in it. The batteries have to be there for the flashlight to shed light. In the same way, it is the soul. The soul is doing all, performing all the actions, and it is not the body. So if I ask you, ask a simple question of yourself: who are you? Who am I? I am not the body. I am a physical, not a body, but I am a soul, a subtle soul sitting in the middle of the forehead. And when I visualize that, I continue to visualize that I am a soul and a divine soul, then I can appreciate all the God's love and feelings, vibrations going and flowing through all the cells of my body. And I am at peace, I feel good, and I can also visualize there are vibrations going all around me to everybody around me, not only within me. The soul, which is seated in the center of my forehead, has various qualities. It has understanding, love, joy, bliss, peace, purity. All these are natural qualities with every soul. And when I referring to peace, that peace is the natural virtue of the soul. What I mean is a peace between the mind and the intellect. There is harmony. When there is harmony between the mind and the intellect, that is when you have peace. It's not like, oh, now there is peace in Afghanistan or Iraq or something. It's not that kind of peace. Peace is within you. When there is peacelessness, when you are outside and somebody tries to hurt your feelings, or you are looking at something else and wish you had that, then you are losing your peace. Then you are looking for peace where it is. But the peace is within you. It is not outside you. And the same thing, the soul is trying to tell you that I have all these qualities. You focus on your own qualities, your own strength. Like some people will say that I have good knowledge skills, or I have good happiness skills, or I bring joy to others, and those are their strong points. And what are your strong points? You can say my soul is, full of energy, and I am having peace, and I'm having harmony. Then I have to work on certain other skills like for example, bliss. What is bliss and what is power? The soul has power, but the kind of power the soul has is not like to dominate somebody or to hire and fire somebody. The soul has the power to discriminate between right and wrong. That is what happens with meditation. With meditation, you get the insight to be able to say no between the right and the wrong. You can make a judgment. So now we are going to close our eyes, and we are going to disconnect ourselves from everything around us and just focus on ourselves. My physical body is sitting comfortably, and I am relaxed, and I am looking at my body, and I appreciate that I have all these organs in my body that are working. My heart is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while I am asleep. I have to offer gratitude to my heart. My happiness depends upon my health and my healing. My eyes, my happiness depends on my eyes. I look at my eyes, look through my eyes, and I can see forms and colors and the wonders of nature. I have to take time to appreciate all these things, not to compare myself with somebody else, but appreciate all the God-given gifts that I have. And at the same time, I am continuing to visualize the divine light in the center of my forehead. And I can feel the vibrations of God's love going to every cell in my body. And I also begin to feel, and I continue to feel, that I am sending vibrations in and around me, even outside of me. And this whole area gets energized with the love and happiness and peace from God. We have to be at peace. Peace, like I said, is harmony between the mind and the intellect. The peace is calmness. The peace is be quiet, and you do introspection with yourself. The soul has intrinsic qualities. It has intrinsic qualities of knowledge. It has love, happiness, bliss. And when all these things are present, you get peace. And with peace comes purity and power. The power to discriminate between right and wrong. And that is what we have to focus on, our qualities, the God-given gifts everybody has. Peace is my natural nature. I am peace. I am soul. It is indestructible. It is beyond birth and death. Okay, it is permanent. It is permanent. It is a divine light, and it is self-luminous. It illuminates by itself. Every energy is self-illuminating. And energy can never be destroyed. It can never be created. In our soul is also called by different names like Atma, Ru, and the spirit. It is all the same thing. It is just the soul, and the soul is pure. And so we have to remember that this body is not, I'm an ex-cop or I'm an ex-so-and-so. I am not asking who you are professionally. Exactly who you are, not a father or a brother or a mother or a sister or daughter. You are a soul. And when you look at yourself as a soul, then you get readjusted and you are grounded. And then you start looking at life in a different manner. You then understand that whoever you are meeting is another soul, not that this person is so fat, must be lazy, and you make preconceived misconceptions about people. But when you do introspection and regular meditation, it is a healing process, and you get readjusted, and then you look at life from inside out, not from outside in. and that which makes you depressed. So you do not think about the past regrets. Whatever happened has happened. It's not going to happen again. And if you dwell on the past, it brings in sad memories. And so we have to forget that. We do not want to relive the sad memories. We want to be happy. We have to offer gratitude that we are happy that we went through this trying time of the pandemic. So we have to offer gratitude to God. So now we can just deep breathe normally and try to appreciate all the God-given gifts we have. Breathing in, I am calm. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I am calm. Breathing out, I smile. And if I focus on my in-breath, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I smile. I know that I am breathing out. And when I focus like that, I am telling my mind to focus on only this, my breath in. Just focus on breathing in. What happens is you stop thinking about your past regrets. You stop thinking about anxiety and fear for the future. And this is a miracle already. And when you focus like this and breathe like this mindfully, what happens is there is an energy of mindfulness that creates the energy of concentration, which gives rise to insight. Insight is to develop right thinking, right way of doing things. You know that this is something that I should do or should not do, and then you get the power to be able to say no. It's like, for instance, you want to prepare something at home, a certain dish, and then your mind says, okay, I'll make this, but then your intellect, it tells, and no, you cannot make it, you don't have all these ingredients. So this is the difference between mind and intellect. The mind creates thoughts and the intellect has the power to discriminate. And when there is harmony between the mind and the intellect, that is when you achieve peace and stability. And you will get this good healing, and this process will improve on you gradually. It will be like a side effect. It will take some time, but with regular practice it will calm you, make you more peaceful, and you will be able to smile naturally. And smiling is something, a free gift you can give to anybody you meet, because you get a smile back. So you don't lose anything. In fact, you gain. You smile, you make others smile, other people smile back at you. And that is a good service to the community. And when you do all these things for the community, you feel good. It is a good service. Another way to focus your attention, because some people, they are very restless. They'll be shaking their legs and other body parts because their mind is restless. There is something going on in their body. So how do you help them to concentrate? Tell them, like, if you have a pen, or like I'm going to give an example of my finger, and you start breathing continuously, one in breath without any stop. Like this is beginning of the in breath, and this is the end. So you breathe continuously without any interruption. And then the same thing with your out breath. Very often our body and our mind are not together. The body is here and the mind is somewhere else, in the past, regrets, and unhappy memories coming to you, or sometimes they are in the future, anxiety, fear. So when you breathe in and breathe out, it helps to bring your mind to your body. It's like the mind is coming home to the body. Your mind becomes an embodied mind. And so in such a situation, when you are grounded and you're home to your body, you are in a better position to make decisions. If you have to make any decisions, you can make them without the interference of any fear and anxiety. You are in a better position to do that. So this is the first fruit of your meditation. And then when you are ready, you can open your eyes and then you can smile. And gently remind yourself, I am a peaceful soul. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And you can smile with your eyes, you can smile with your mouth, you can also smile with your hand. Like this, it becomes like a lotus flower. And like this, you have two flowers with your eyes and one with your mouth and these two hands. Like you're giving 5 flowers to somebody, you're offering that smile and you make people happy. And this is a wonderful practice that you can practice on a regular basis and make yourself happy and others happy. And when you make others happy, that's when you become happy. So to be happy, make others happy. Om Shanti. This is the end of our mindfulness for meditation. Now we'll proceed to other activities like Pranayama Yoga. First, I will show you how to breathe easily, normally. I'm going to sit further away so I can move both my arms. So, to normal breathing, easy breathing is slowly lift some air up, slowly, and breathe in. And when you're breathing out, slowly breathe out. Like this, we will do 2 times. Now I will demonstrate to you deep breathing. Deep breathing is you're lifting heavy air and you're breathing in with the fist lightly closed. And when you breathe out, open your fist and come down fast, like this. So breathe in deep, deep, so deep that your stomach goes out when you're deep breathing in like a balloon. And when you breathe out, it goes in. So breathe in deep from the stomach. Now, if you are feeling sleepy and you want to remain awake, there is a trick that you can do. You can focus your attention to the tip of your nose and breathe in and breathe out through the nostrils. Just focus your attention on the tip of your nose. Now, I showed you how to deep breathe. Now, if you want to make sure that you're deep breathing correctly, put your palms over a little bit below your navel. And when you're breathing in, you can feel your stomach going out when you're breathing in, and going in when you're breathing out. And you know something? It means the life is there. We are lucky to be alive. And then you put your palms over here near your ribs on both sides, and breathe in and breathe out. From your lungs, you can feel your lungs going in and out. And then we have this clavicle bone that is below your throat here. And if you touch it and you breathe in and out, you will feel the breath going in and out. There is life in there, there are feelings in there, there are emotions in there. But remind yourself, you are greater than your emotions. You can overcome all fear and anxiety. Just deep breathe and deep breathe out. And when someone is trying to hurt your feelings, or you are feeling angry, then you deep breathe. You be prepared for it. Practice this on a daily basis so that you are prepared. Because what happens is most of our emotions are down here. This is the trunk, like a trunk of a tree. Okay, most of our emotions are down here. But when somebody tries to ruffle your feathers, or you feel that somebody is trying to make you angry, and if you are not able to control yourself, all your emotions go up to your head. And that's not good, because you want to remain calm and peaceful over here. So you deep breathe. It's like when there is a storm and you see this tree, and the tree is branching at the top, up and down, they are moving very fast. Who's that?
That's why I didn't call you or say. I know she could meditation.
Ramesh, off correct. I can hear Mina's voice. So I told him I can hear his wife voice. When during a storm, there is the tree, and the branches of the tree are moving back and forth, and then you look out the window and you say, maybe the tree is going to fall. But then when you look down at the root of the tree down, you feel it is stable. It is stable. And that's how you are, like a tree. All your emotions and feelings are down here, and you have to keep it there. Do not water it, do not nudge it. You recognize you have fear, you recognize you have hatred for somebody, but don't give it any energy. Let it stay down there for you to be grounded. Don't let it go up here. And so this is a very good practice to follow on a daily basis. So when you see anybody, you can do easy breathing, normal breathing, but you are already practiced. You have all these weapons of deep breathing with you, and you know how to go back to them. Okay, now we have laughing exercise. So now we'll go back to the laughing exercise. Om Shanti. You start, you introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Caitlin, and I'm going to start us off on our laughing exercises for today. So I'll tell you a brief story to begin the laughter. And as this last year was the pandemic and I'm a student, we have Zoom classes. And I was in a group text with some of my friends from class, and we were all very confused about this assignment, but we were all too afraid to talk to the professor about it. So we were talking in this group text about it, and we all decided that I would be the one to ask when we got to class. So very nervously, I asked the question about the assignment that none of us did because we were all very confused. And you could see all of our faces on the screen. We were all so scared. And our professor, after I had explained what happened and how we were all so confused, he said, "Oh, it's fine." And all of our faces, it was so funny. You just saw us all go from these horrified looks. We all just started cracking up to the point where some of us were crying and we couldn't stop laughing. And then our professor started laughing with us. And it was so funny. And then he ended up giving us an extension anyway because he thought we were ridiculous. And even still thinking about it now, I cannot help but laugh. Because sometimes we spend all of this time being afraid for nothing, and then it just turns to laughter. And I think about that very often when I'm afraid, that sometimes you just end up laughing.
I don't know whether I related the story before about silent laughter or whether you heard it before. Okay. So one day what happened, I was spending the night at a friend's house, and I was sleeping on the sofa in their living room, and she and her husband were in one room, and her son, daughter-in-law, and 4-month-old baby was in another room. And as usual, I woke up early in the morning at 4 a.m. and I did my meditation practice. And by 5 a.m., I was done with my meditation. I didn't know what to do. So I thought, let me laugh. Now, how can I laugh when I know I should not make any sound? There are everybody sleeping in the house. So I thought maybe I can put both my hands on my mouth and I can laugh silently. So I was doing like this and I was laughing. Then after some time, I said, let me deep breathe like this. And I did like this, and I was laughing like this, and I fell off the sofa. It was a wooden floor. It made so much noise. And my friend and her husband, they ran out. What happened? What happened? I said, nothing happened. They said, why are you holding on to your stomach? I said, I fell off the sofa. Why you fell off the sofa? Are you hurt? I said, no. Why are you laughing? I said, for no reason at all. Then they started laughing, and then that small baby, she woke up, and the rest of the family woke up, and then we had a nice breakfast. So that's my story about silent laughter. I think you all can practice it at home, even if you are alone. It's a good, healthy practice to laugh. I think now you can end it.
This is the conclusion to this week's Mindfulness from Within. We will be back again next Wednesday at 10:15 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Thank you everyone who joined us, and we will see you next week.
Thank you. Om Shanti.